If you're a writer, creator, animator, or even a game developer, at some point you will have to face this very important challenge, and that's finding an artist. Now, as a comic book creator, we already know how important writing is, but let's be honest, it's the art that sells the first click. It's the first thing that people notice. Why do you think when you go to a comic book convention or a convention in general that's related to art, the first thing that you'll see is posters and banners hung everywhere? When people walk past my booth, for perfect example, they didn't know anything about Varian Keller's Vampire Killers. The first thing they noticed was the artwork, the banners that I have, the setup of my table that displays the art that draws people in. The art stops them in their tracks. And that's why finding the right artist is one of the most important decisions you'll ever make. Unfortunately, it can also become a nightmare. And today I want to share some of those mistakes that I made, and hopefully you guys can avoid them. So back in 2020, I decided that it was time for me to start searching for an artist to bring Orion Keller's Vampire Killers to life. And I said to myself that, hey, this is going to be pretty easy, right? Well, oh boy, I was wrong. See, the mistake that I did was I went to YouTube and I was looking for artists who were pretty much active on the platform that upload daily content. And I contacted several artists from YouTube through their business emails. They requested payment up front. I paid them, and then they just suddenly disappear. No communication, no updates, nothing. And one even stopped uploading videos altogether on YouTube, while the other one was still constantly posting content as if everything was fine. And this person just continued to not answer my comments or even bother to read the emails that I sent them. And it was 3 months that went by. So eventually I contact that artist's friends that are also artists on the platform and told them the situation. And then right after that, my money found its way back to my account. So this taught me a valuable lesson. Talent means nothing if communication does not exist. And this is something that I really want artists to hear, because professionalism is just as important as talent. And in fact, I would argue that it's more important, because the biggest problem I encountered wasn't bad artwork. It was poor communication, missed deadlines, ghosting, no updates, no accountability. And as a client, that is terrifying, especially when money is involved. Thankfully, I discovered Fiverr, and it's crazy how a YouTube ad had pretty much solved all my problems. And I just want to let you know, this is not a sponsored video. I'm not sponsored by Fiverr at all, but this is my experience and how things end up working out for me in Venus Orion Comics. So for the first time, I had access to artists from all around the world, different styles, different price ranges, different skill levels, and now I could actually compare artists rather than blindly hoping for the best. But this introduced a new challenge. How do you know who is right for your project? This is where creators make mistakes. They see a nice portfolio and they immediately hire someone. Don't do that. Test them, hire multiple artists. Some charge around $40, some even charge around $150. I had them all draw my character concepts for Orion Keller's Vampire Killers. The cheaper artists weren't always bad, but they usually were slower, less communicative, and less reliable. And there were some exceptions in between. But generally speaking, professionalism increased as the price increased. You get what you pay for. And trying to save money oftentimes costs you more money later. Out of all the artists I tested, Chibibit stood out the most. And if you don't know who Chibibit is, she is my main artist for Venus Orion Comics. She wasn't the cheapest, she was actually the most expensive, but she was actually the most professional. Communication was excellent, response times were excellent. Eventually, our work relationship moved from Fiverr to Discord. And we've been working together ever since, and that's the important part. I respect her time, she respects mine. And I've also gave her creative freedom when it comes to bringing my vision to life. And that's how a healthy creator and artist relationship is supposed to work. Funny enough, Chibibit declined my offer to become my comic artist. Initially, Chibibit was the main artist that provided the official artwork for the characters, and that was all. Not because she didn't like the project and not because she couldn't do it. It was because she thought I expected 22-page chapters every week. And I said, absolutely not. I can't even afford that. So everything changed once we pretty much got those expectations out of the way. We worked at a pace that made sense, and that's when our partnership had began. And another mistake to avoid, I will repeat, please never tweet, "I am looking for an artist," without expecting some chaos. Because after that, my DMs had exploded with bots, stolen artwork, fake portfolios, and also artists who clearly weren't the right fit. And this revealed another reality to me, that the market is flooded because there are thousands of artists, and finding a great one takes a lot of work. This might sound harsh, but not every artist is ready for professional work. And when I compare artists against Shabibit, the standard is high because she established the visual identity for Venus and Orion Comics, and future artists must match that level of quality and professionalism. Not just skill, professionalism, both matters. And this is something that I've been thinking about quite often, is because as Venus and Orion Comics continue to grow, I would need to find more artists. Because let's be real, Shabibit is only one person. She can't do it all herself. And her primary focus in terms of comic book series, she's focusing on Varian Keller's Vampire Killers and the eventual Alter Squad X. So that leaves the remaining projects in comic book series for phase 1, the foundation of my shared universe. And those series will need individual artists. And when I look for artists, I need artists who understands the vision, artists who communicates, artists who are also professional, artists who maintain consistency, which is very important to me. Because once that artist is assigned to that series, they become the official artist for that series. Consistency matters. And if you are interested in wanting to know what phase 1 is all about of my universe, definitely go check out that video as well. But as I said, finding an artist isn't about finding the best artist. It's about finding the right artist. Someone who understands your vision, someone who communicates, someone who's reliable, and someone who respects your project. Because trust me, a bad artist experience can delay your entire project, even not even just weeks, sometimes months. And a great artist can help bring your vision and your dreams to life. And for me, finding Shabibit was one of the best decisions I've ever made for Venus and Orion Comics. And that pretty much concludes this video. And hopefully this was informative and to give you some insight when it comes to going out looking for an artist for your project. And if you are a writer like myself, you can definitely check out the video that I have when it comes to how much it costs to create a comic book. And I think that's very important, and this video complements that. So make sure you go check that out. But if you enjoyed the video, definitely hit that like button, that subscribe button. And if you are a writer, or if you are an artist but you also hire other artists, definitely let me know what your experiences are. Is it somewhat similar to mine? And share with me, the difficult process that you experience as an artist altogether. Also, don't forget to hit that notification bell and subscribe to the channel if you are more intrigued about the insights in the process of becoming an indie comic creator, and also to get an understanding of how the Venus and Orion Comics universe function and how it works, and the introduction to the characters and the stories that I have for you guys. So I'll be seeing you guys next time. This is Brian Howard Blackson Jr. signing off.